All right, Zeal Nation, what is going on? George Zimney here. You see on your screen, this is the official and formal announcement for the Q3. Well, technically, the last 4 weeks of Q2 going into Q3 incentive trip, our fall incentive trip. Costa Rica, baby. It is colorful, it is bright, and for that, I've got to put my sunglasses on. So let me bring it to you. This is very exciting. This starts today. Right now, this incentive rolls out. Qualification starts today. Costa Rica, Central America, bordered by Panama and Nicaragua. Personally, I've been there, 3 times now, twice with my family, my parents as a young boy. I think I was 12 years old the first time. We toured the entire country via minivan. The volcano Arenal, we did the coast, we saw surfing beaches, we did the rainforest, we did the zip lining, we did the hikes, just the whole 9 yards. It is an incredible country. For those of you that are not super familiar with Costa Rica, it is the safest and most traveled of all of the Central American countries. Their main industry is technology, tourism. So they have a very strong and solid and safe infrastructure for tourism. Bananas and coffee. Those are their really 4 main industries or economies are those 4. So we've got monkeys, we've got beaches, we've got rainforest, relaxation, adventure, deep sea fishing, volcanoes, Central America, obviously, and coffee. This is a 17-week qualification I'm just going through in the flyer, so read along with me. These details are very important. This starts right now. The last 4 weeks of Q2, which is starting today, and the 13 weeks of Q3, which starts in 4 more weeks. So 17-week qualification. I'm giving you a ton of time to win this, and I really want you to win this. This is going to be incredible. We've never done anything to Central or South America. So this will be a first of its kind. And by the way, this is a Zeal exclusive, so there's nobody else, no other dynasty companies or family heritage companies that are going to Costa Rica with us. This is a really special incentive. The contest dates, obviously the production weeks of May 22nd, which is today, to the exact day of September 19th at 10:59 p.m. That's the last day business needs to get in. Recruits need to be qualified as recruits. Whatever level you're pushing towards, that's the very last day, the actual date that you need to get business in, pinned free, 10:59 p.m. Tuesday, September 19th. So the other thing, put into your calendar, the trip dates are November 29th through December 2nd. Let me take these things off so I can see. So that's Wednesday through Saturday. That's November 29th through December 2nd are the actual trip dates. This is going to be incredible. We're flying into the airport Liberia, which is the Pacific Northwest coast. So that there are really 2 main airports. We're flying into the one in the northwest part of Costa Rica. It's about a 30-minute drive to the house we're going to. And just wait, I'm going to tell you about this house, which I've already put a deposit on. It's absolutely incredible. Before I get into that, here's what I'd encourage you to do. If you want to win this trip, the best strategy to kick things off is choose who you're going to take with you. Make sure they have a passport, obviously. Choose who you're going to take with you. Communicate the trip dates, November 29th through December 2nd, and then have them block those dates in their calendar. Have them take off time off work now so that they hold you accountable to winning that trip. So call them today and say, hey, I'm taking you to Costa Rica with me November 29th through December 2nd. Tell your boss you want that 2/3 of that week off for this trip. Block that time off now with that person that you're going to take. You're going to treat to this trip. It could be your spouse or a brother or sister or friend, a guest, whoever it is. Block that off. And trust me, when you're in the heat of winning this thing and you're not feeling the momentum or inspiration that day, they will make you feel it. Hey, I already took that time off. You need to win this thing. Push harder, and you'll get right back into it. Okay, so this is included. So on the left-hand side, you see a picture of that house. That is the actual house that I have already put a security deposit on that we will be staying in. 7,800 square feet, 7 bedroom, 7 bath. And look what we get with this place. We've never done anything like this, folks. We get a 5-star chef that prepares all of our meals. So there's no meal cost to you. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and these are like gourmet multi-course meals. The chef will be on site cooking in our kitchen every single morning, afternoon, evening of every single day we're there. That comes with this incentive. All of your transportation. This house is like 30 minutes away from the actual airport on the Pacific Northwest coast. And the house is located about a mile inland, but up on a hill in the rainforest overlooking the beach, and one of the most pristine and beautiful beaches you'll ever see in your entire life in Costa Rica. And then we also have an on-site bartender. So all your drinks, if you're a soda or a juice consumer, if you're an alcohol consumer, I don't care. I'm not going to judge. But all your drinks are going to be included in this trip. And we have somebody bartending for us. So, I mean, this is just going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. So private home with chef, bartender. Oh, and we have a maid. Maid's going to clean the house every single day. Full service included in your stay. So here's how you can win. And I'm going to get to some final pictures at the end. Level 1, if you want to win in personal sales, and this is now in your email inbox, make sure you print this off and study and understand it. You have to sell 80,000 NAP, which is an average of less than a green out on a weekly basis. That's 4705 on average weekly sales. That's about 3 new customers a week. You pick, excuse me, not you pick. Well, yeah, you get to pick. So this is a new detail, a bullet point that I've never offered as well. So you pick either number 1, you get your flight and a room for 2, or $750 cash. So I've never done this before, and don't expect this in the future, but for this trip, I'm doing this. Going into the holiday season, there are some people that just flat out, no matter how much they want to go, just can't. They've got something already planned, they're having a baby, maybe something unexpected occurs, whatever it is. I've got a backup for people like you. I want to give you cash as holiday cash. So this is doubling as also our holiday cash incentive. We may roll out something closer to December, but anyways. So for those of you that just can't go on this trip, I understand. I'm going to give you something. So you're still working towards a very healthy cash bonus. So you pick. You go on the trip, you get your first flight paid for, a room for 2, or $750 of holiday cash. Level number 2, $95,000 in premium wins you everything. You get your flight, you get your guest flight, whoever you want to take, you get a room for 2, and an excursion for 2. In Costa Rica, they have zip lining, scuba diving, deep sea fishing, sailing, snorkeling, walks and hikes through the rainforest, waterfalls. I think the second or third most active volcano in the entire world. It's called Arenal. It's right in the middle of Costa Rica. You should do some research on this thing. My wife and I, on our honeymoon, we spent 8 days in Costa Rica. And one of the days we hung out in these naturally heated hot springs. It's like these natural hot tubs set in the middle of the rainforest at the base of this volcano. Guess what they're heated by? The volcano. It's crazy. We're sitting there in this hot spring, sipping a nice adult beverage, enjoying our honeymoon, and we feel the earth shake, and we heard this rumble, and you look up, and you can see this giant, looks like a mountain peak, but it's a volcano, and a cloud of smoke came out. And we're sitting in the water heated by that very volcano. I mean, this country is just incredible. You can do things like that. Okay, so that's way number 1 that you win. Oh, and then on level 2 here, if you don't want to take the trip, you get a $1,200 cash bonus. So maybe you could take that $1,200 and take a trip, a few weeks later and go with your spouse or somebody that you care about to Branson, or go to the city and really treat yourselves nice. Whatever you want to do with that money. Certainly this $750 and this $1,200 backup cash is not even close to the cost of this trip or that incentive that you've earned. But we've never given a cash bonus if you can't go. And so I wanted to reward you with something, okay, for your hard work, and also something for those of you that know you can't go to inspire you to push harder than you normally would. Okay, way number 2 you win is in personal sales and recruits. Again, take special attention, pay close attention to the details here. personally produce 50,000 and have 5 new recruits. The recruits, folks, we want to make sure that we are really helping them to get to high levels of success very early. But for this incentive, it's just simply 5 new recruits that you personally recruited. You're the recruiter on the books for. So you pick flight number 1 and a room for 2 or 750 cash. If you want to win the entire trip by personal sales and recruits, all you have to do is sell 60,000, have 7 new recruits. Again, this is a 17-week qualifier. You win the entire trip for 2, or you can take $1,200 cash. Way number 3 that you win, for those of you that are more focused on the team building and the team sales, there's a few of you in the organization. Sell 240,000 team sales and have 6 new recruits. That wins you level 1. Level 2, 280,000 and 8 new recruits will win you everything for this entire trip. Okay, so check out these pictures. These are of the actual house that we're going to be staying in. So here's a picture of kind of the back pool area over here on the left, the balconies, the lawn chairs, the hammocks. Every room has a view. Every room has a king or queen bed with their own bathroom. And you can see we're just literally nestled in the rainforest. And you know what rainforest means. The birds, the monkeys, the lizards, I mean, all those cool creatures that you think of when you hear of the rainforest, those are all here. This is our infinity pool. This is the view from the back of the house as you're sitting in the pool. Look at this. That would be the ocean, the Pacific Northwest coast there. And we are just a couple minute drive to get to the beach. Just look at that. It's absolutely pristine and beautiful. And then I just wanted to make sure that you could capture all the different lounging positions when you're here. This is as if you're sitting in the hammock or the lounge chair. This is what you're looking at. Okay, so there it is. Our first ever, the first that I've ever heard of, and the first that I've ever promoted and offered trip to Central America. We're going to Costa Rica. Who's with us? This starts right now. You don't have time to create momentum. You got to snap your fingers and just get this thing going. Before you know it, this is going to be over. Let's live our lives. Let's do amazing things. And I'm so inspired and excited to be doing it with you. And let's get this done. And we'll be in Costa Rica in November. All right. Good luck. Work hard. Stay inspired. And we'll see you on top.